I'm Faye Watt, and let's queer up Florida and South Florida. AHF sues Florida over HIV drug access cuts. AIDS Healthcare Foundation is suing Florida's Department of Health over rule changes that could limit HIV medication access for an estimated 10,000 people across the state. The lawsuit, filed Tuesday with Florida's Division of Administrative Hearings, seeks an expedited ruling. AHF argues the state illegally changed income eligibility rules for the AIDS Drug Assistance Program without following required rulemaking procedures. Earlier this month, ADAP recipients received letters announcing new eligibility limits. Previously, the program covered individuals earning up to 400% of the federal poverty level, or about $62,600 a year. Starting in March, eligibility will drop sharply to 130% of the federal poverty level. AHF, which provides care to more than 21,000 Floridians, including 17,543 people living with HIV, says the changes were implemented unlawfully. According to Tom Myers, AHF's Chief of Public Affairs and General Counsel, quote, "Rulemaking is not a matter of agency discretion. Each statement an agency like the Department of Health issues that meets the statutory definition of a rule must be adopted through legally mandated rulemaking procedures. Florida has simply not done so here," end quote. Florida ranked third nationwide for new HIV infections in 2022, accounting for 11% of U.S. diagnoses. Senate President Ben Albritton says he's taken the issue seriously and exploring solutions. You know, Florida didn't just move the goalposts. They bulldozed the field and told people to fend for themselves. You know, slashing HIV meds for working class Floridians isn't fiscal responsibility. It's public health malpractice. And if you do the math, that means that you've got to make about $1,695 a month to be eligible for this, okay? What rental have you heard of that is even that? And where would you find the money to even pay for anything else of your necessities to be able to be eligible for what folks have been used to having forever?
It's cruelty. There's no reason for this. And I because it has to do with HIV, I don't think the general public even understands what's going on.
No.
And it's not reported on the news. And I wish that ABC, CBS, all of our local affiliates would pick up this story to see how ridiculous this is. I mean, it's not ridiculous. It's cruel. And what they're trying to do is kill gay people. You know, because when you have that level of poverty that you have to be in, you're not even eligible for Medicaid anymore if you're a single male.
No.
So where would you get medication? You would either have to move to another state, and that would mean maybe, you know, months of not having your medication. I mean, it's crazy that they're just so brazenly doing it and doing it against the law. I mean, they're doing it against the policy of what you're supposed to do, just to see. They're hoping that people aren't going to notice. And so we have to post this on our social media. We have to call our affiliates and say, look, you've got to run this story just to see how just cruel and anti-LGBT Ron DeSantis' administration and really just coming down from the top of this president.
It's anti-human. I mean, honestly.
It's almost like an extension of genocide of a whole population of our community, just by taking the medicine away. Like, this is life or death. People rely on this.
It's literally.
And then it's going to be a statistic for Ron DeSantis. Like, how is he going to prove that he killed so many people?
Well, and it's literally, literally life or death. I mean, like Trini said, someone without their meds for a couple of months, that's not a good thing. Now, and then it's like, let's do this. Let's get those gays. But here's the problem, right? A lot of people who are living and thriving with HIV are not gay. Okay, Black women are number one in diagnosis every year, and it's usually in Miami, right? Those are the people that you're killing. But again, they're still killing poor people, right? And for them, poor people don't matter.
And these are American citizens because they cut the HIV funding overseas as one of the first things that the Trump administration did. And so now that they're doing it on American citizens, it's like this playbook that they've been talking about, these narco-terrorists and all of this stuff. It's like, let's test the water to see if Americans are going to be mad that we're taking our humanity away from non-Americans. And then if they don't see a pushback, they're like, let's just try it out on our own citizens and see, you know, the ones that people don't like as much, you know, and then see if anybody's gonna, you know, say anything. And then we're just gonna, you know, keep rolling it out and see what power they have. But another thing too, is that when you take people off HIV medication, you know, they are not undetectable anymore, which means that it can spread in your state.
Yeah, they're not going to stop having sex.
Exactly.
Yep.
So I'm like, you want that to be on your hands, that HIV is now skyrocketing throughout the state that you're governing?
Again, when it was something that we were getting control over to some degree.
I mean, it's like, and Robert F. K. Jr., it's like, the measles. It's like, what is this administration doing?
There's a bunch of cases of that are killing people right now. Trini, measles, something that for sure hasn't even been seen like that since God knows when.
Yeah. And imagine measles, imagine polio, HIV. Like, is this what you want for our country? You've got to stand up.
Well, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.